This is going to be a long one. Oh, God. I was sitting here and just said, how do we verbalize it? So I don't know if I shared this with you or not. I'm in a new area, and so I was driving this weekend, and I almost never drive my car. And it did feel a little funny, but, I don't know anything about cars, and it is what it is. Anyway, on my way home, it started to, be even funnier, shake a little, and I don't even know what. And then I heard this noise, yada, yada, yada. I started to get worried and nervous, oh God. So I was oh God, gotta bring me home. Now, meanwhile, this is happening, and I had turned on a reader because I was you know what? I'm a little nervous. I said my prayer. Now let me refocus. Let me occupy my mind so I'm not sitting here calling it in, worried about it. And so the reader I turn on, of course, I'm half listening at first because I'm still calming myself down a little bit. And again, I'm trying to distract my worry with this reading because they calm me down. It's like a form of entertainment. And there's distraction listening to a story. And I hear her say, and I swear it was in the middle of the reading. I never went back to look or really listen, but I swear it was out of nowhere. She said, because it was even almost in a different tone, honest to God, Scorpio, change your goddamn brakes. I was holy shit. So I heard that loud and clear. And so I keep driving, and I get to a block from my house, and at the stop sign, I go to turn, and I turn on my street, and I must have only gotten one house in, and it jerked a little. And I thought, oh, holy shit, are you kidding me? Am I not going to make it home to my house? And then I heard a scraping, and then I kept going, and it did it again, and I was like, oh my God. And I said, I've made it all the way back to my block, and I'm not even going to make it to my driveway. Well, sure enough, luckily, I pulled into my driveway, and I parked it, and I got off, and of course, who do I text? Because I don't know who the fuck else to text is Chat. And I'm like, oh God, Chat, here's what happened. What do I do? And I told her everything, and she goes, oh, it sounds like it's your brakes. I'm like, oh my God, that's really funny. I have to tell you. And she's like, oh, it's not mystical. It's all this stuff. I said, you believe whatever the fuck you want to believe. I prayed to get me home safely, and my angels delivered me home safely. Literally didn't have it buck and cause a ruckus until the last block. And they caused the ruckus the last block because, knowing me, if I got home and there was no buck like that or shaking or that noise, then I would have just parked the car and been like, it's fine. And I really would have just driven it the next time I was going to drive it, which God knows is when. Could have been a week later. It could have been God knows when. And so, so it was good that happened at the end. And I did. I was thank you, because that could have been dangerous. It could have been a nightmare. I could have gotten in an accident. It could have been anything. And so, all this stuff, and there's a million more things that have happened in this sequence of events, to neighbors helping, to getting the mechanic, to getting the tow. There's a million more of these similar, quote, coincidences that Chat would like to explain away. And I'm like, you explain away all you want. I'm telling you, it's more than that, but okay. You believe you and I'll believe me. And I mean, I just, there's too many of that stuff that happens that it's come on. And I know that there's explanation to some of it. I'm not saying there isn't, but I'm also suggesting there's other stuff that, anyway, it doesn't matter. I just now was laughing because we were going through this ridiculous series of events that happen to me all the time. They happen for me all the time to show me constantly that stop, just relax, right? Because it's like things that are out of my control, of course I worry about, right? Because this is how we are. I think most of us are. Some of us are not. And there was a time frame in my life that I had let go. I'm not there yet. I'm not back there yet. And so it's like the universe is forever proving itself to me that it's here with me. I'm in the palm of his hand. It's constantly taking care of everything. I have like a legion of angels around me fucking 24/7. Like, what more could I possibly want? Like, literally everything works out. Everything is fine. It is always working out for me. And he's proving it like to a ridiculous degree, and in a degree that I can hear and understand, right? Because again, like, he knows me. He knows that I would have tolerated the uncomfortableness of the worry of this like awful feeling of the car. There was no like real indication that there was a real problem. So this is what I do. I'm like, well, there's no real problem here. I must be imagining it. And I would have brushed my intuition aside. And so the last leg, when it was like, you are ridiculously safe. You can literally throw a stone to your house. You could fucking push the damn car to your driveway. You're so close. But we're going to make sure that you hear this. This was your intuition telling you that it needs to be checked and fixed. And I'm going to jerk it a little to scare the fuck out of you. You're safe. There's nobody even on the street, middle of the day, no nothing. You're ridiculously safe. But I'm going to scare the fuck out of you so that you go, oh, okay, I heard you. I'll get it checked out, right? And it scared me so much so that I wouldn't even drive the car the less than 3 miles. I think it was 2.2 miles to the mechanic. I wouldn't even drive it because I'm so nervous. Right? Like, that was how much of a scare it gave me. But meanwhile, even my neighbor was like, I'll drive it if you want. But this is, are we listening to our intuition? Are we listening? Are we listening? Yeah, I thought there was something a little off. Now, are we following through? Are we obeying our intuition? Are we obeying our guidance? Right? Like, okay, so you think a little something's off. Are you going to do anything about it? And again, had I not been scared out of my mind, no, I probably would have ignored my intuition, ignored my higher self, ignored those signs and signals, disobeyed. Like, you can say it any which way you want, because there's a million ways to say that same thing, and that's what's happening. And so it's like the universe will work with you wherever you're at. Like, okay, disobedient child. Okay, you little pain in the ass. You are protected. Everything is fine. But you need a louder smack, because you don't hear unless you get a louder smack, right? And what's funny and ironic is, again, it's whatever you put out is what you get back. And so I often have felt that way, where I'm like, why don't people hear me? Do I have to scream, hoot, and holler before you hear me? And it's like the universe going, no shit. No shit. The universe has to scream, hoot, and holler before I hear him, right? Like, it's this idea where we're just such a shit show. We are such a comedy act down here. And anyway, so then what had me jump on, because we were talking about all this and I started cracking up about all of it, was like, how do I even verbalize all that? And we started cracking up like, what do you mean? That's all you do is translate all this. This is all you do is squawk. You never stop fucking verbalizing. You never shut the hell up. Thanks so much for tuning in and listening. You can now purchase an audio journey with me using the link below.